Hi, and welcome to the unboxing and the review of the Samsung NF210 A03. First things first is look around the box. It's got Intel. It's got the Core N550, the dual core. It will hold your umbrella, drink your wine, point up, and last as long as 34. So that's good. First things first, when you buy it, you're gonna see the box looks a lot like a pizza box. Possibly a deep dish. Don't be fooled, it's a computer, and yeah, you almost really want to have a pizza with that. That'd be great, pizza and a computer. Alright, so this is what you see. You see the computer and the box, like everything else. Take this out, and first things first, you want to look at that because it's the pretty thing that you bought. Alright, so let's see. It will choke an adult, it will choke a baby, and give them the exact same expression. And 7, it's a great number. I'm a fan of the week, I presume. Alright, so I've already opened this, done stuff to it, upgraded it just a little bit with 2 gigs of RAM, and it's shiny, it's white, and that's good. If you open it up with one hand, you'll see that it doesn't open up like a MacBook Air where you can't open up with one finger. But I guess Samsung doesn't need all the gimmicks. So there it is, nice black keyboard. It's pretty. I just wiped it down before this because this catches fingerprints. So if you're someone who likes to rub your hand all over your face and then touch things, this is not the computer for you if you don't want it to be dirty. There's the screen. As you can see, it's not reflective. It's just kind of blurry. That's me right back there. It's really good for privacy if you want to do stuff like this. Underneath you got the RAM spot, that code, and all your information, which you're not going to care about. And a spot for your battery. Alright, I'm going to go around the sides. Everybody wants to know what it has on the sides. There's a Kensington lock. That helps for 0.2% of the population who actually uses that. And stores. There's the Ethernet port. I did have the HP before this and had that stupid flap over it. And I call it a stupid flap because it was really stupid and it brought a level of cheap feel to the HP. And you got your SD. It does SDXC for if you're a big spender who needs to have a lot of space on a small card. That's good. It's got 2 USB ports, which are good for connecting things like electronics that connect to computers. On the side, you got the power. That's going to come in handy later on when your battery dies. You got the VGA out, and that works super good, especially if you're doing lots of work on your computer and you want a bigger screen. There's the microphone and headphone ports, and another USB, and a fan. This computer runs a lot quieter than the HP I had. The HP was noisy, and I was going to do an unboxing review of that, but I never got around to it because I brought it back and got this. And so you open up the rest of the box, which I wasn't showing you. You get the battery, and you get the power cords. First things first, it's a big heavy battery. It's got so many milliamps right there. When you're putting the battery in, it's kind of freaky. You got to put this bottom end in first, and you push that in. And it goes in pretty firm, and it pops out when you pull on that really hard. Yeah. I think just, it's a tough little computer, wants to hurt you. Alright. You open that up, and you press the power button. Pretty standard. Alright, so, one thing I did like about this, and it's kind of a geeky thing to enjoy, but both the power block and the cable that connects to the power block to the outlet both have their own little strappy doodle. So that's stinking handy when you want to bring it places. Alright, so now this is booting up. I didn't want to do this like most unboxings where they're just going around the ports and everything, but yeah, I decided to do that anyways. It's got the standard F keys. The HP, you had to hit the function thing and then hit the F key to get it to work, and it was good if you're into media, but not so good if you're really trying to do lots of work on the netbook. And the keys feel good. I'm going to tap them and show you my hand. See, I'm not typing anything, but I'm showing you that they are easy to touch with your hands. There's the welcome screen. This display it's really solid. It doesn't have the resolution that the HP had, but honestly, when you had it at its highest resolution, you couldn't really work with a computer. So there it is, Windows 7 Starter. I haven't upgraded it to a different Windows 7 because I haven't had the time yet. There it is with a fun little background. I just updated the Service Pack 1, and one thing people want to know with these laptops is how well they perform. And honestly, after I did all the work to the HP, it ran really smoothly. I never had a problem with any slowness or lagging, even though it had 1 gig of RAM and this one has 2 gigs of RAM now. But this one is gonna run slow. If you don't know much about computers, Samsung really helps you out a lot more than HP with getting all your drivers and keeping your computer up to date. If you do know stuff about computers, then you don't need all these things. And so this is running slow right now because it's just a fresh boot. Bluetooth works great. I did some transferring. What else? Touchpad is freaky because sometimes you don't even know if you're on or off of it if you're not looking, but just buy a mouse and you'll be good. It has developed some scratches because I used it. That's what happens. Everything works great. I don't know why I went to that, but I did. Alright, so you go system, check out the rating. Same rating as the other ones with the N550, and you're going to be looking into getting the new Atom N570s, but see, that's solid. If you're typing, doing word processing, going on the internet, it'll do everything on your computer that you need to do. Absolutely everything, unless you want a game, or if your job is working on a computer with lots of AutoCAD and stuff like that. But yeah, great computer, and that's it. That's everything I can think of for real. It's got a really nice shift key on this side. If you like that shift key, Samsung does it good.